Passed 4 tests, 100% each one, and I got 92% on the final.
Do you know what's worth fighting for when it's not worth dying for?
You ready?
Does it take your breath away and you feel yourself suffocating?
Can't read so well. Okay, so I've got to imagine that I'm talking to some girl I'm trying to impress. Moses and the Shepherd by Rumi, translated by Coleman Barks. Moses heard a shepherd on the road, praying, "God, where are you? I want to help you, to fix your shoes and comb your hair. I want to wash your clothes and pick the lice off. I want to bring you milk, to kiss your little hands and feet when it's time for you to go to bed. I want to sweep your room and keep it neat. God, my sheep and goats are yours. All I can say, remembering you, is I and ah." Moses could stand it no longer. "Who are you talking to?" "The one who made us, and made the earth, and made the sky." "Don't talk about shoes and socks with God. And what's this with your little hands and feet? Such blasphemous familiarity sounds like you're chatting with your uncles. Only something that grows needs milk. Only someone with feet needs shoes, not God. Even if you meant God's human representatives, as when God said, 'I was sick and you did not visit me,' even then this tone would be foolish and irreverent. Use appropriate terms. Fatima is a fine name for a woman, but if you call a man Fatima, it's an insult. Body and birth language are right for us on this side of the river, but not for addressing the origin, not for Allah." The shepherd repented and tore his clothes and sighed and wandered out into the desert. A sudden revelation came then to Moses. God's voice. "You have separated me from one of my own. Did you come as a prophet to unite or to sever? I have given each being a separate and unique way of seeing and knowing and saying that knowledge. What seems wrong to you is right for him. What is poison to one is honey to someone else. Purity and impurity, sloth and diligence in worship, these mean nothing to me. I am apart from all that. Ways of worshipping are not to be ranked as better or worse than one another. Hindus do Hindu things. The Dravidian Muslims in India do what they do. It's all praise and it's all right. It's not me that's glorified in acts of worship. It's the worshippers. Don't hear the words they say. I don't hear the words they say. I look inside at the humanity. That broken, open lowliness is the reality, not the language. Forget phraseology. I want burning. Burning. Be friends with your burning. Burn up your thinking and your forms of expression. Moses, those who pay attention to ways of behaving and speaking are of one sort. Lovers who burn are another. Don't impose a property tax on a burned out village. Don't scold the lover. The wrong way he talks is better than 100 right ways of others. Inside the Kaaba, it doesn't matter which direction you point your prayer rug. The ocean diver doesn't need snowshoes. The love religion has no code or doctrine, only God. So the ruby has nothing engraved on it. It doesn't need markings. God began speaking deeper mysteries to Moses, vision and words, which cannot be recorded here, poured into and through him. He left himself and he came back. He went to eternity and came back here. Many times this happened. It's foolish of me to try and say this. If I did say it, it would uproot our human intelligences. It would shatter all writing pens. Moses ran after the shepherd. He followed the bewildered footprints, in one place moving straight like a castle, across a chessboard, in another sideways like a bishop, now surging like a wave cresting, now sliding down like a fish, with always his feet making geomancy symbols in the sand, recording his wandering state. Moses finally caught up with him. I was wrong. God has revealed to me that there are no rules for worship. Say whatever and however your loving tells you. Your sweet blasphemy is truest devotion. Through a whole world is freed. Loosen your tongue and don't worry what comes out. It's all right. It's all the light of the Spirit. The shepherd replied, Moses, Moses, I've gone beyond even that. You applied the whip, and my horse shied and jumped out of itself. The divine nature and my human nature came together. Bless your scolding hand and your arm. I can't say what has happened. What I am saying now is not my real condition. It can't be said. The shepherd grew quiet. When you look in a mirror, you see yourself, not the state of the mirror. The flute player puts breath into a flute. And who makes the music? Not the flute player. When you speak praise or thanksgiving to God, it's always like this dear shepherd's simplicity. When you eventually see through the veils to how things really are, you'll keep saying again and again, this is certainly not like we thought it was. That's it.
Okay, can you explain this poem? How do you see it? How do you understand this poem? Why did you chosen it to read it? What's your view of it?
Well, I think it shows us one way of looking at God. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God as such. But religion interests me.
Why?
So in this poem, I see Rumi, who is a Muslim, and he is a mystic poet from the 13th, 14th century. He lived in Konya, which is now part of Turkey. That was a big Muslim empire at that point. He's obviously not Muslim-centric. He is fine with other religions, like Muhammad, like the Hindu religion, which he mentions. So I think it's a way of looking at all religions, that as far as Rumi was concerned, all religions are fair. They all speak to the same God, and God doesn't care what is said. He doesn't care how you praise him. The praise is not for him, it's for you. It's for the benefit of you, the believers. So it's basically a poem about coexistence. You know, all religions should get on. So I think in Rumi's terms, it's okay not to believe in God as such. You know, all prayer, all praise is fine, even no praise is fine, I think, from Rumi's perspective. And that's the way I read that poem. That's the way I see that poem. So for me, he's an enlightened Muslim. He's an enlightened religious person. And hopefully other religious people can hear this poem and hear the meaning behind it. The way that all people are can express themselves in their own way to whoever is their God.
So being agnostic is perhaps another form of religion.
Well, being agnostic is you're not making up your mind. You're sitting on the fence.
You believe that there is no God.
Well,
So you
then you're an atheist, if you believe in there is no God.
That's what you are.
That's what I am. I'm an atheist.
Why don't you believe in God?
I just don't.
Don't you think that chances of God existing and not existing are 50-50?
No, I think there is no place for God in the universe. The universe exists of...
independently from God?
Yes.
There is no creator?
There is no creator.
So where did the universe came from?
Well, the universe came from the Big Bang, which happened 13.7 odd billion, 13...
Right.
I think
13.9.
13.9...
And there was nothing before that?
13.7 billion years ago, plus or minus 40 million years. So it's a pretty precise measurement.
Nice error margin. Plus minus 40 million years.
Yeah, the margin is pretty short. When I was a kid, the margin was 15 billion years plus or minus 5 billion years.
Mm-hmm.
We have a much better understanding of the universe now than we had 40, 50 years ago.
There was nothing before Big Bang?
Well, there is no meaning in before Big Bang. Big Bang began time. There was no time before that. So it's meaningless to talk about a time before the Big Bang.
So you believe in Big Bang theory?
Yes.
Do you believe in Big Crunch, which is the reverse
No.
time?
No.
So how all this gonna end?
It's all going to end in cold...
So expansion forever.
Expansion forever. We are going to eventually, our galaxy and Andromeda
Colliding with
will
Milky
collide, then the resulting mass will go on, and eventually we won't be able to see any other galaxies.
Because they're going to be so far apart.
We'll be so far apart.
What is the meaning of your life? Speaking about God.
The meaning of your life is whatever you give it, whatever you choose to give your life meaning.
Did you choose meaning of your life?
No, I'm still searching for the meaning of my life.
So your life doesn't have any meaning so far?
No, nobody's life has any
Your
meaning.
existence is
really.
accidental. You're just here by accident, right?
Yeah, I'm here by accident. Everybody is here by accident. There is no meaning to anybody's life. There is no meaning to Earth.
And with your death, your existence will be finished, finalized.
Yeah, with my death,
Over.
my existence is over.
So there's-
Some people might remember me.
Would you like that?
No, I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care.
Like for instance, all those painters, and you go to the museum and you stand in front of Van Gogh's painting, you don't care that he's no more, but you can see still you can still see his painting. So this is like extension of your existence, I guess.
Yeah, but not everybody is going to be, you know, lucky enough to be
Van Gogh, right? But you have your
an
talent.
artist.
I don't think Van Gogh was lucky, by the way. But yeah, in the sense of being a painter.
Well, Van Gogh was driven to paint, and he was a fantastic painter.
Right, but speaking about lucky, he never sold any painting, and he shot
Yeah,
himself. Like
right.
right?
He didn't shoot himself.
He did.
All right, he did shoot himself, but did he shoot himself?
Yeah, that's.
No, I don't think he did shoot himself.
He definitely did.
No, I don't think he did.
And he died next day. He shot himself in the field.
No, he didn't shoot himself. He was shot by somebody, but he did not.
Oh yeah, that's the theory.
He did not disclose who shot him.
There was a doctor that was jealous of Van Gogh being so.
No, it was a local kid who had a gun that shot him.
Things? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, local kid.
So
it wasn't a suicide.
No, it was not a suicide.
Why didn't they help him for 1 year? For 1 day, he was dying. There was no cure for that. If he
no. Getting a shot then was pretty bad. Like, medicine was not advanced as it is now.
But okay, let's come back to you. How about those videos that we shoot? Don't you think that they're gonna be extension of your existence? They're gonna be here long after you're gone, hopefully, unless there's a nuclear war or something.
So what?
So what? You don't care beyond your death?
No.
Okay. So what makes you happy? What's your
what makes me happy? I don't know. You know.
Game of chess, good food, going to the restaurant, talking to interesting people, meeting
Yeah,
somebody you
yeah,
like.
talking to interesting people. You know,
watching the good
have
movie.
friends, good movies. Yeah, that's
So
all.
you have your likes. You have your.
I have my
happy
likes and
times.
dislikes. Yeah.
So maybe life is collection of those.
Collection of
likes
things.
and-
Yeah.
Maybe,
Collection of likes
So that's how you said. Maybe women
and dislikes.
and dislikes. Yes, unfortunately, the necessary part of life. But how about you concentrate on those good things and then you live for it? You know, you like biking, you like playing chess, you like meeting somebody that you like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I exist for. Yeah. But you know, you got to have a hobby. Yeah, because.
Your BMWs, look how
My
nice.
BMWs are my hobby.
It's beautiful, yeah. This is the nice toy you have.
I have
So
a
you bought it
wonderful
because you
toy.
like it, definitely. So this makes you happy, right?
It makes me happy. Yeah.
Good, okay. And as far as religion, one more thing. I think this poem says that if religion helps you, it's good. It doesn't matter that the God exists. The whole idea of this poem by Rumi is, it's not for God, it's for you.
It's for
supposed
you.
to help
Yeah.
you. Religion's supposed to help you, not God.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
It's fine.
So yeah. So if religion helps you, then it's real to you.
Right.
That's fine.
Exactly. All right.
So it's okay for the religious person to believe because it is real for them.
Right, and there are some good points. You know, religion helps you as far as, let's say, somebody died that you like. Maybe you believe that you're gonna meet him after life, or your life extension. So somebody believing it,
It
makes
helps
it
them.
easier for
It
them.
helps them. Yeah. So
Is the whole-
that's fine.
The concept of death doesn't scare you.
No.
Why not? You don't
Because I'm ready. I'm ready to die.
You're ready?
Yeah.
There's this beautiful song by I wish I knew now. Well, I'll tell you later. But my Lord, I'm ready, my Lord. What's his name?
What, My Sweet Lord, George Harrison?
No, the guy who died recently, last year, I believe. He was old. We take Manhattan and we take Berlin.
Oh, yeah.
Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
Cohen.
Leonard
So
Cohen.
here's this final song.
Yeah.
I'm ready, my Lord. I believe.
I'm ready, my
He
lord.
knew he's gonna die.
Oh, cool.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
But you're ready. You don't want to live.
Well, I want to live, but I'm ready to die. I'm not afraid of dying.
That's interesting. I thought that everybody would be afraid of.
No, but I'm not. I'm not afraid of it.
Can you explain it? How are you not afraid?
No, I'm not.
You don't think about it, maybe, right? And
No, I do think about it, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm ready to go. But, you know, while I'm here, I'm determined to have an interesting life.
Yeah, I have a small request. Can you not go yet?
Sure, I'm not ready to go. I'm not trying to go. I'm not gonna step in front of a bus.
Exactly, yes. You're not that kind of a person.
I will fight to the bitter end.
Great. So you have a force
to live.
Of life in you. Right?
Yeah, I have a force of life.
Yeah, I think we have this chance, and we cannot kill ourselves. We have to live and enjoy ourselves as much as we can.
Well, we are given this gift
of
life. Let's use it. But we can't know that we're going to enjoy it. We aren't all given the ability to have joy.
It's like 10%.
It's luck.
You believe
It's
in luck?
blind luck. Well, I mean, I believe in that everything is chance. So, you know, there's plenty of bad fortune to balance your good fortune. Like, I could have died of pneumonia a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
When I was
when
at 3 a.m. when I had to walk to Trenton from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. It was pissing with rain. I got really wet. If U-Haul hadn't been there, and if a garage where they sell petrol, if that hadn't been there where I could warm up, I would have been really frozen, really cold and wet, and I probably would have got pneumonia, and I probably would have died. But I could stay in a U-Haul. I could use the U-Haul caption to act as an umbrella. I could walk to this gas station where I went into a chamber where the guy had a heater, and I turned the heater up and I got warm and dry, and then I continued walking into Trenton, got the train to Princeton, and then walked into Princeton. It was still raining.
Somebody gave you a lift.
Somebody gave me a lift. Indian guy gave me a lift into Princeton to the police station. He bought me a coffee and a donut, and he went on. I don't know what his name was. He didn't give me his name. He just was a kind man. He was an Indian man. He was the only person who stopped for me that day. The only person. The only person. I was passed by many BMW drivers.
So you have a problem with people not helping you, you see?
So, well, people had the chance to help me and they chose not to.
Right.
So they chose to be bad people.
Would you?
Yeah, I would help somebody.
So you think that the way that you survived that day, it was the chain of accidents?
Yeah.
Wasn't that pre-planned to
No.
teach you something and
No.
perhaps somebody saved you?
No.
There was no higher force?
No, there was no higher force. Chain of accidents.
Got it.
Yeah, the whole thing was a chain of accidents. You know, I met a nice guy on the way into Trenton who told me where the police station was and where the train station was. I had $5 left, so I bought a newspaper off him. Gave him $5. Police station was really not operating properly, so I couldn't report what I wanted to report. So I left that. Went to the train station, just missed the train going to Princeton, had to wait, get another train. So all in all, it was an exhausting, tiring experience, and I was exhausted at the end of it.
Right now you have your cell phone back and it's operating, right? It's working?
I think so.
So next time when you are in a situation like this, you never
I will
lose your
phone
cell
you.
phone and you call me.
I will call you.
Come anywhere to pick you up and just drive you to your beautiful apartment.
Okay, I will. Next time, Tom, I will call you. I will not sit around
Please.
waiting. I'll just call you. I won't rely on anybody else. I'll call you.
Thank you very much for this conversation. It was magnificent this time. Beautiful.
Do you know what's worth fighting for when it's not worth dying for? Does it take your